What is going on, guys? Brad here from Grumpy Old Men, and I am bringing you a recap of an intense war we had this weekend in CWL Premiere against Reddit Viper. And first off, shout out to Reddit Viper for bringing a really fun, intense, and competitive war. You guys brought it, and it was a really good, really good competition. So great job to you guys. So the way the war kind of went, started off both sides very strong. Let's just go to the stat sheet here because War Match gives us these niceties these days. So nice to see the numbers. R9 started off really strong. We went like 6 for 6, fresh 3 stars at the beginning, so really coming out strong. Slowed down a little bit. I mean, we ended up with 13 for 20, but still very solid there. We were able to get the scouts that we needed. They did just as well. In fact, a little bit better at 74% there, going 14 for 19. And then the 10v11 game was they came out really strong. I think they did better against us this war than any other clan did. They did 4 for 10, 10v11. We did almost equally as well. We just took a little bit longer to get ours finished in the end. And the turning point in the war was there was a point where a couple hours left. They had cleared all 4 of our 11s, had them 2-starred, and we had 2 of them still left to clear, and they were up a 10 triple at that point as well. They had 3 and we had just 2. Then we had TV getting a clutch 2-star on one of their 11s, and then Jimmy coming in and getting another clutch 2-star on one of their 11s, and then he followed that up with the 10v10 triple, and all of a sudden we were back in the game, and it was kind of all knotted up at that point. And then as things went down the stretch, we ended up going 8 for 8 on our dips, as you can see here, and then they had 2 dip fails in the end, and then so that's how we were able to pull away by 2 stars in the end. So, man, it was a really intense war. Didn't know what was going to happen those last few hours, but some really clutch attacks by our guys to even it up, and we were able to pull away with the victory. So, great war to Reddit Viper. And just taking a quick look at the war map, as you can see, they were unable to 2-star let's see, 3 of our 10s. By the way, we ran the 4-12 breakdown on this war, so there's the 3 10s that they ended up not getting, and then we were able to get pretty much all of them except the one here. So yeah, so it was a really great war, great win for us. And let's take a look at some of the highlights, and as always, starting with some of the Town Hall 10v11 action. All right, we got Ice Cream going in for us with the 10v11 action. So he's bringing the draggies, but first he's bringing the queenie. So he is going to break in here and have the queen go behind and take out as much as he can on this side. So letting the king work, raging him up. Queen will step up into this compartment after she takes out that elixir storage and get a few more buildings here, which was key to the funnel. So gets that archer tower, speeding this up a little. She will get that gold storage. Plenty of time for her to hold that ability. So very nice work done by the heroes on that section. And then just needs to create, he's going to use a couple dragons on the other side. Unfortunately hits a black bomb there. I don't think he knew about that, but going to Zapquake 1 AD and just help create the funnel with a couple dragons on the one side, and then he's going to send the rest in behind Hound. And he has 3 rages for them. So that Hound doing some great tanking. A soft CC, but he knew that. He's going to get that poison down on them before those witches spawn too many skeletons. So no ADs now to worry about. You just got to worry about diving into that town hall. So the dragons have a pretty good path. It's just a matter of staying alive as that eagle is raining down its fire. Another black bomb. Fortunately, it kills the dragon that was almost dead anyway. So the final rage on those dragons as they get to the town hall. He's got a couple of them. Going to aggro onto it. Perfect. It will go down very quickly. He's already at the 50%. Another black bomb for good measure, but he is well over the 50%. Has that town hall down. Very nice job, Ice. Trying to get a little bit more, but very solid indeed. All right, here we go with Zeus bringing the drags on this attack. We actually hit this base. I think Trung hit it from this side and got very close, 97%, but noticed that there were some Teslas here, and there are also 2 black bombs here and 2 black bombs here. And so we figured if we could get through this area, it could be smooth sailing. So things go not exactly to plan here, but as you'll see, it gets it done. So Queen's going to take out that first AD, and he actually meant to send a loon over here to trip those two black bombs so the dragons wouldn't run into it, but he forgot about that. That's okay. So here we go. He's going to do BK on the other side. He's going to wander down the side. We actually, another thing to point out, we actually lure the CC on the first hit, so didn't want to do that this time. There's two black bombs. Just going to tank those with the Hound this time, and then Loon's right behind the Hound to get that AD down, because we knew that Hound would go down pretty quickly. And here come the dragons. There's some Teslas there, as I said. So there's the rage for them. He's going to save the CC Hound Loon clone for the back end here, as you'll see. So King doing his thing. Couple of rages for those dragons, and now here's where there's that black bomb he forgot about, but the clump of dragons end up over here. They decide they are going to leave this expo for the end, so just that's his last rage. But here we go. Here's the clone loon for that AD, and then he's going to haste in a couple more loons for that last AD and kind of meet up with the dragons. Got that Hound flying across. That was nice tanking there. So loons are actually going to do a lot of work here up front in front of those dragons. So speeding this up a little. These clone loons will die out fairly quickly by the time they reach around this inferno. Yep. However, he's got a couple dragons in the center. They are going to get onto that expo, and that will be that because there is not much remaining. These two dragons are doing their own thing. King is still up. So a little crazy, but man, coming in from that other side and triggering those black bombs was definitely helpful, and it was nice that those two dragons stayed up for him at the end to get it done. So very nice job, Zeus. All right, here we go with Jimmy, with a nice clutch 10v10, and he is going with a Gobo kill squad with a couple Valks trying to trip some bombs, and then he's going to do some 13 miners with CC miners. So check out this attack. What an awesome attack this was late in the war. So minion to start with some free trash buildings over there. He's going to use 2 hogs on that archer tower. Get that taken care of, and now that frees up all these free buildings over here. So he's got some wizards down there. For pathing reasons, he's got a couple loons on this, Tesla. And then he's going to bring in the golem so that he doesn't want that golem redirecting over to that Tesla. So here we go. Golem first by this junction. Wizard behind. And I think he's going to do the second golem. He's going to be patient with this funnel. He wants to clear out some of these buildings. He wants everything to go towards this inferno here. So he's going to be patient. Got his wizard on this side of the funnel, flanking a couple more wizards. There's that golem down. We'll speed this up. These wizards are going to help take out that archer tower, which is nice. Going to help take out that cannon. Both golems are going to redirect to that jump. This is a soft CC, which he knew, so that's why he's doing this kind of kill squad. He's got the Valks in there. They kind of veered off. He probably didn't want that, but that's okay. He's got the poison down on that CC. Very nice. There's a bomb. Unfortunately, it's the bowlers, and they had actually had another bomb, but he's got a heal in there for them. Now he's got the miners coming in from 3 o'clock, and then he's got the heroes break through that wall. BK is going down. He wants his queen to get this inferno. Doesn't that way the pathing of the miners won't have to deal with that. The non-healing negating effects of that inferno. He wants them to have a nice path down the rest of these defenses. So success there. Queen steps up, uses the ability. Knows he's probably going to run a little bit low on time here, which he did. We got a minute left. So a big, nice group of miners here. They're getting healed up. He's got one more heal for them. So all he's got to do is just be patient. The queen and the archers are trying to beat through this wall, because they have nowhere else to go. So beat through the wall they do. Unfortunately, they're nice that those archers trip that bomb, but one of them hits the queen. Queen is unfortunately in the range of those point defenses, so she goes down. But look at all the miners and a pretty good path to the rest of the threat of the space. So final heal spell down. He's got plenty of them for the rest of the space. Even with that giant bomb, he's got them in the heal. No problem. Base is toast. What a raid by Jimmy. All right, we got Jimmy going in with the 10v10, picking up a Gobo with miners. One of Jimmy's favorites, you could say. So what he wants to do is he wants to get rid of one of these infernos. I think it's a soft CC. So wants to enter there. He's just going to get some minions going at the start because that's where he's going to send in his miners here later. So just kind of creating that funnel early with those free trash buildings on the outside. So we got some wizards working on the town hall and some other high hit point buildings. And now he's got 2 golems going in here. Watch where he places the jump. He wants to go straight into that inferno. Slow it down here a little bit. Here we go with the bowlers behind. He's going to invest a jump, a rage, and a heal in this first part. You see the queen's going to get that last cannon and then jump right back on in here into the action. Bowler's doing a lot of work, so use that heal wisely because there's a giant bomb in there. And then you will see king and queen will help break through the wall, but in the meantime, starting the miners to meet up with them as there's a lot of defenses heavy going on right here. So miners are coming in. Speed those guys up a little bit. Queen's going to break through the wall and just kind of actually get all the way to this inferno, as you'll see in a second, which will definitely help the miners get through everything else, help out their pathing. So Queen's stepping up. Actually, the miners get in there before her, but she helps take it down. Miners finish it off. A couple on the outside, but that's okay. The majority are on the inside of the base. He's got one more heal, just waiting for the right time to use that. King and queen are still up, so that was awesome. And then the miners will help finish it off on the outside while the heroes focus on the inside. Still has the queen ability. We'll use that, get the enemy king down. We'll try and bomb at the end there, but no problem. Still has plenty of miners left. Very nice hit, Jimmy. Now we got an EClass going in with a very nice dragon hit. So you've seen this kind of base style before. He's got the 2 ADs on one side and then 2 on the other. And this was a cleanup. So kind of new. One mistake in the first trade was that this, I believe it is a hound. The BK actually lured it out, unfortunately, which did not help things. And so what he's going to do is zap Quake 180, get the queen for the other, and then save the last 2 for a little hound and hasted loon action. So gonna have that queen step up, take that first AD. Wizard here to help funnel. He wants his BK and this helpful dragon to go on the outside here more and clear that trash. And then his main force of dragons, he will focus on the center. So here they come. Unfortunately, they kind of forget about these 2 buildings. So just got to be patient to let them get through. So, like I said, they will have to backtrack, unfortunately, for these buildings, but very nicely executed. So once they're done, good news is they are out of range of anything to hurt them at this point, and most of them are there. This dragon, unfortunately, will die off. And here we go. The main group will now get to the center. And the king has finally died off. Black bomb, unfortunately. You kind of think at this point it doesn't look good, but watch what ends up happening. So he's got the loons and the 2 hounds. Sorry, I didn't say it at the beginning. 2 hounds on the outside. So he's relying on those 2 hounds to tank a lot as these loons kind of clump together, surgically them in from the outside, trying to take out all those outside buildings. And then a couple hasted loons for that outside that was key. And now the loons, as you see, will just come together. Dragons trying to make their way over to that AD, as well as the loons. It is still up and doing some work, but look at all the loons. It will take it down easily. And he's still got 3 dragons up, so wow. Very, very nicely executed there in EClass. Alright, we got Contract Killer going in with a Queen Walk Lalo. So he's going to start down south because he's got this enemy queen fairly exposed, wants to take care of her. She's on purpose, she's purposely set away from those ADs to try to prevent some type of air attack. However, CK here finds a nice way to do it. This is a pretty cool attack. So, and as you'll see in a second, there is a Tesla farm over here. So takes out that enemy queen. She's going to take that archer tower and continue her walk to the left. He wants to get her inside the base here fairly soon, as he does have a CC to deal with. So there's a hog to lure that CC. Baby Dragon Valk CC. So missed on the poison a little bit, but she is raged up. She will get through it. Balls of steel to get him. That's all I gotta say about that. Wow. No, not using the ability. Just hangs onto it like a boss. And he continues on. Here's the king. Got a couple wall breakers coming in here pretty soon. Here they come. He's going to break into this compartment. Wants that queen redirected in as that king goes on the outside. So we'll speed through this. She's going to get that expo, which is nice. Now he's actually just got a 12 loons and 2 hounds to deal with these 4 ADs. But you'll see that at the angle he comes at it, he's actually going to meet up with the queen, and it works out very, very nicely. So here we go. Tesla's popping up, ready for action. Loons, starting the loons early to get them moving. There's that hound out in front to tank everything. He's going to rage these loons through this farm. That hound will go down pretty quickly, but got that other one behind it. So good tanking there. A couple other loons surgical on the outside. Doesn't get to that air defense, but at least almost takes down that mortar. I thought he got it. Minions will help out, but he's got a big clump of loons by these ADs. That hound is still up. The queen is going to help take out that air defense, and as you'll see, she actually has access to this one. And so, despite the fact that those ADs are firing at those loons, they will actually almost take care of it themselves. Plenty of cleanup, and that queen is at full health. Man, what a hit by CK. All right, that is a wrap for this week, guys. Great war to Reddit Viper. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next week. Thanks.